welcome to Anasa Yoga. Today's class will be a Yin class and we will hold the poses for 3 minutes. Remember, listen carefully to my instructions to get out of each pose when you hear the bell ring. Let's start lying down today in reclined bind angle pose. So lying flat down on the back, bring the soles of your feet together. Your knees are spread to either side. Shoulders relaxed, arms down by the sides. And let's start taking those deep breaths. Inhale for the count of 5 and exhale to the count of 7. Continue with these deep breaths and the counting of the breaths. Relax the shoulders. Let the knees fall apart at the side. And breathe. Gently lift your knees up with your hands. Bring your knees into the chest and slowly come up into a seated position. Let's come on to all fours. Knees hip width apart, hands directly under the shoulders. Let's inhale the right arm up and thread it through underneath the left. Rest on that shoulder, rest on the side of your head and slide your left hand forward. Let's hold this one for 3 minutes. This is a great shoulder opener. Continue with that deep breathing. You will feel some tension to start off with. Keep breathing. Inhale to the count of 5 and exhale to the count of 7. slowly slide the palm of your left hand in front of the face and use that arm to bring you back up. Inhale the right arm up to the sky. Exhale back down to center. Inhale the left hand all the way up to the sky. Let's thread it through to the right, resting on the shoulder, resting on the side of the head. Slide that right palm forward to the front of the mat and breathe. Remember, inhale to the count of 5 and exhale to the count of 7. Slide the right palm in front of your face and use the weight in that hand to bring the left hand all the way back up to the sky and back down to center. Let's come flat down on our tummies onto the mat. Really wriggle those hips into the mat, feet flat on the floor behind you. Bring the shoulders underneath the chest. Bring your hands together around the shoulders so you know that they're the right width apart, and then take the palms straight out onto the mat. Chin parallel to the ground, shoulders relaxed. Nice deep breaths. You will feel a tight sensation in the lower part of the back. Just keep breathing. Nice deep breaths. Place both palms together at the front of the mat and rest your forehead onto the palm. Let's take a couple of breaths here into that lower back. Take the palms of the hands underneath the shoulders and slowly lift yourself up onto the knees. Let's come into child's pose. Let's take both knees mat width apart, feet touching together at the back, and take the hips down towards the feet. Find a comfortable position for your forehead on the mat and take the hands out in front of you. And breathe. Breathe into that open space in the back. Inhaling for the count of 5 and exhaling for the count of 7. Keep your forehead on the mat and slide the palms of the hands towards your knees, and then use your arms to gently pull you back up. Great. Let's come round to the side of the mat in a seated position. Soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. Bring the feet in a little bit closer, and let's take that right leg out to the back. Bring the left one in. Find a comfortable position here. You should feel the stretch along the right thigh. Gently place the hands on the knees. Relax the shoulders. And breathe. Remember, inhaling to the count of 5. Exhaling to the count of 7. Relax the shoulders. Grab hold of that right knee with your hand, lift it back up and bring the feet to center. Take the hands behind you and let's just take both knees down to one side, down to the other side. Bring the feet, soles of the feet together at the front of the mat and let's take the other knee back out. Adjust yourself. Make sure you feel that stretch. Shoulders relaxed. Palms resting gently on the knees. And breathe. Let's pick up that knee, bring it back up to center. Feet in front of you, hands behind. Let's windshield wiper those knees down to either side. Let's come back onto the mat on all fours. Let's take the right leg back and bring the knee up to the wrist. Take the foot out to the side. Make sure all those toes are flat on the floor. Look behind you and make sure that the left foot is parallel to the mat. And either stay in this position with your arms up, or the wrists can be down onto the mat, or if you're comfortable you can come down to a flat lying pigeon. Again, you will feel very tense in the back of the thigh. Just breathe into it, nice deep breaths. There should be no tension on the knee, just feel it in the leg. And breathe. Slowly bring yourself up onto the palms of the hands. Shimmy that left foot forward and take the right foot back into downward facing dog and bend that left knee. Take both heels back down towards the mat. And now let's take that left knee to the left wrist. Take the foot out to the side. The right foot goes down parallel with the mat at the back. And either stay up on the palms of the hands, onto the elbows, or down flat on the mat, resting the head on the palms. And breathe. Slowly come up onto the palms of the hands. Make sure they're nice and strong. And shimmy that right foot forward. And let's take the legs back into downward facing dog. Bend that right knee. Take both heels back down towards the mat. And let's come down into a seated position on the mat. We're now going to go into supported bridge pose. So grab your block and come down flat onto the back, keeping the block handy. Feet should come in flat on the mat, close to the buttocks, hip width apart, shoulders relaxed. Now lift the hips and place the block right underneath your sacrum, right on the bottom of the back, the hardest part of the back. Find that position. Relax the shoulders. Hands flat down on the mat, palms facing up. And breathe. Again, you will feel a little bit of tension in the back to start off with, but keep breathing into it. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed, the head is comfortable. Keep breathing. Bring all the weight into your feet and gently lift the hips just enough to remove the block out to the side. Release the hips down to the mat and bring your knees into center to give yourself a hug. Let's take the arms out to the side like an aeroplane, flat out to the side, and take both knees down to the left hand side. And the head should go over to the right hand side. Shoulders relaxed onto the mat. Make sure that both shoulders are flat onto the mat and breathe. Gently lift the knees back up to center. Bring the head back into center and give yourself a hug. Take the arms out to the side again like an aeroplane and both knees down to the other side. Head over to the left. And again, breathe. Bring your head back up to center. Help your knees back up into center. And give yourself a big hug. And gently roll yourself up to a seated position. Sit on a block if you find that comfortable. And we're going to sit here for 3 minutes. There's no need to count your breathing. Bring your breathing back to natural. Relax the shoulders and just be. Gently open up the eyes. And thank you for joining me today.